Lecture number 4, Variety of Product Development Processes. Plan of lecture: development of technological processes, organization of production, sales organization, study of consumer demand and marketing research, initial stages of product development and production technology, and the last one, we will talk about product launch. Development of technological processes. The development of technological processes concerns the product itself, its production and marketing. As we noted earlier, technology solutions should include early product marketing as well as product concept development, design specification, and product prototyping, which provides the foundation for the next phase of product development and the manufacturing technology. Sometimes, as a result of research at the stage of technology development, some important innovation appears. And until the development of the technology with this in mind is successfully complete, which takes quite a long time, marketing development shouldn't be started. At the beginning of the development processes, it was assumed that traditional creamy ice cream would be produced, and only subsequently the needs of the huge, ever-growing market for low-fat ice cream were realized. The process of developing a powdered drink for the Chinese market began with the knowledge gained from technological development and the construction of a coconut milk production plant. Organization of production. At the initial stage of technology development, it is divided into typical operation and each of them is examined. We are talking about both physical processes as well as chemical and biological transformations. So, to identify the optimal temperature time condition for pasteurization and sterilization. Usually, a separate technological operation is first developed and entered into a common technological line. Often, when adding new technological operation to existing lines, various surprises arise. The new operation may turn out to be faster. The new equipment may differ from the current configuration. So it is impossible to do without understanding the whole technology as a whole without modeling and studying it. A new production line or a new installation for the production of an innovative product often leads to big changes, including the need for design and construction work. When designing a technological processes, it is necessary to take into account all factors associated with the production environment. Of a great importance in the development of technology for the production of a new product is the raw material, its quality and availability. If the ingredients are imported and the import permit is not received in time, then the transition to a new product platform may be delayed for several months. Sales organization. Sales consist of transportation and storage, during which the quality of the product shouldn't suffer. Here, packaging is an important component, and before its decoration, the technological characteristic of packaging materials should be tested. Packaging materials, as you know, yes, we can use a paper one, metal one, plastic one, and so on. The product packaged in PET bottles began to deteriorate quickly during the sale. As a result, it had to be recalled and another packaging should be found for it. It also happens that a particular market is lost for several years only because the chosen type of packaging doesn't protect the product, for example, from high humidity, and it absorbs moisture and darkens. Experiments with room temperature storage take a long time, and marketing departments are often not willing to wait that long before launching a product. In such cases, accelerated tests are sometimes carried out at elevated temperatures, but the results obtained do not always correspond to what occurs at room temperature due to differences in the nature of damage to the product. An example with baked products made from oatmeal, a significant drawback of which was increased fragility during loading operations and transportations. In this case, the use of cardboard boxes had to be abandoned. Each member of new product development team must clearly understand that before the final design and packaging design is approved, it must have operational tests, and these tests take a quite long time. Study of consumer demand and marketing research. Sometimes, when developing new products, food companies do not pay enough attention to studying the market and consumer demand. However, when expanding a product line, repackaging, or improving a product, developing a market strategy is a critical activity where understanding consumer demand and market opportunities is paramount. This is where the design of packaging and promotional materials plays a big role, and as a rule, the product itself is given much less attention. For innovative products, the development of which is driven by market needs, it is necessary to study long-term social, political, and economic trends. Such research should go beyond simple consumer interviews and sales analysis. Such new products, and especially the launch of new product platforms, take a long time. Initial stage when creating a product concepts, and in particular when determining its properties, it is necessary to study consumer demand. Small focus groups are often used to gather information about consumer attitudes, needs, and preferences for existing and new products on the market. After identifying the required properties of the product, quantitative methods of analysis are used to determine its most important characteristics, after which they begin to develop the concept of the new product itself. Larger groups are used to assess the concept for its performance, but it's more appropriate to develop 2 or 3 product prototypes based on the concept and test them, if necessary, providing a written description of the underlying concept. Testing real product prototypes provided to be much more effective and rewarding for developers. Thus, potential consumers were given the opportunity to form their opinion about a particular product, as well as whether they would buy and eat this product. And the next step in the development of the terms of references is the study of consumer demand, which allows obtaining accurate and detailed information used in the development of the product. Similar specifications are widely used in other industries, but they are often neglected in the food industry. In many laboratories, food products are developed on a make and try basis. This method takes a lot of time and can lead developers in the wrong direction. It seems more effective to allocate time for a preliminary study of consumer demand and conduct research, the result of which will serve as the basis for the development of technical specification. For more than 50 years, food development laboratories have used sensory analysis. Sometimes outside experts are invited to conduct it. A product may be perfectly edible, but it may have properties that make it not to be bought, as the situation has shown when it turned out to be necessary to carry out not only an organoleptic analysis, but also a study of broader aspects of the planet product. In addition, it is necessary to identify target consumers in a given market and get their opinion and the product prototypes. Closer to the end of the initial stage of the R&P, based on consumer research, the concept of the product, its most important properties, the desired ways of acquiring, storing, cooking, and eating, it should be clearly formulated. In addition, as a result of marketing research, data are obtained on the size of the target market. It is geographical location, competition in it, and prices. The best source of information of this kind is data from supermarkets, which, however, are not allowed available to food companies developing new food products, which is why they use data from market research organization as an alternative. Small businesses that do not have the resources to conduct research under the contract, as a rule, turn to government statistics and conduct their own mini research as at retailers. Stages of product development and production technology. It is desirable to conduct consumer testing of products as they are developed, but usually due to time and financial concentrates, such testing is performed only at critical decision points. Product specification during product development and production techniques should be translated in the language of objective research, such as measurement of texture and the nutritional value of the product given during development. Some properties of the product, such as taste and aroma, cannot be examined by physical or chemical methods. In this case, a special testing commission conducts an organoleptic assessment of the qualitative parameters, sometimes using product reference sample. At some points in this time, in order to obtain a conclusion on the acceptability of both the product as a whole and its individual properties, it is necessary to turn again to consumers. To turn again to consumer, the necessary quantitative data is gradually accumulated, and after production trials, the product is tested in the experimental market or with the involvement of an expanded target groups of consumers. Product launch. When planning a product launch, the development of appropriate packaging and promotional materials should again turn to consumers. When the course of development, quite a lot of information on this issue is accumulated. but you need to make sure that it's correct and can be used so as not to start the search for information all over again. There is nothing worse than advertising text that doesn't match the advertised product, for example, claiming that animal food contains liver when it is not there at all, or labeling indicating a reduced fat content when the content in the product is no different from other similar products, as shown by the result of the study of consumer demand used to build the concept of the product. In the future, they can also be useful for advertising purposes. Quite often, focus groups are used to get ideas about possible packaging and advertising, but quantitative methods are also used to collect data on consumer attitudes. At this stage of developing the target market, it is very important to obtain accurate data in connection with which they not only analyze the general possibilities of the market for forecasting sales, but also determine the main customers, retailers, and food manufacturers who will mainly purchase the product being developed. At this stage, their interest in this product is very important. If they do not really need it, then they will not strive for its active implementation. The product, originally planned and developed in accordance with the requirements of technologies, can be sold to ingredient suppliers who are primarily interested not in the technological capabilities of this product, but in its price, delivery, condition, and the batch size. According to this research, the process of developing a new variety of apples is described during which is product was demonstrated and tasted by consumers in different countries. The obtained data made it possible to distribute this variety differently in the Asian market, about 40%, North American 30%, and European 30%. When developing a new variety of fruit, a big challenge is to strike a balance between production and marketing. Okay, here references. Thank you for your attention.